Admiral Iron Fist Impeach sits in a dark room, cigarette smoke hanging thick. A single lamp swings overhead, throwing long shadows. Admiral Impeach sits there, uniform open, sleeves rolled, scar on his jaw. His eyes lock like he's looking straight through you. You know who I am. You heard the name. Admiral Iron Fist Impeach, the one they whisper about when deals go sideways. He picks up a set of folded blueprints, slaps them down on the table with a heavy hand. They come to me for weapons, for leverage, for power, and I don't ask questions. You pay, you play. That's how Brooklyn works. That's how I work. Nick Palermo staring at a half-empty glass of whiskey, Lopez dragging Mikey the Hammer out to a blood-soaked bar, Goku pounding his fist as the crew jumps. Nick's losing his grip, Goku's cracking skulls to keep order. Lopez, he's digging graves in the dark, and that silk-wearing devil's in telly. He thinks he's playing chess. Impeach leans in closer, his face half in shadow. But let me tell you something, there ain't no chess without the Admiral. Every piece moves 'cause I say so. Every king falls when I push it. He grabs a chess king, slams it down. The sound echoes like a gunshot. His eyes don't leave the lens. Brooklyn Bloodlines Season 2, coming soon. And remember, when I make a move, somebody always ends up dead. Brooklyn Bloodlines Season 2, coming soon. Bambi's Twisted Tales, Toy Story, The Puppet's Prison. The lie of playtime. They sell you this idea that toys live for making kids happy. Cute, right? But let me tell you something. If your whole purpose in life is dependent on a kid who forgets about you the second they get something shinier, that ain't life. That's slavery with a smile painted on. Woody, the cowboy, he knew. He wasn't Andy's best friend. He was Andy's property. A puppet who thought he was in charge, but every decision he made was chained to the hope that Andy would pick him up, play with him, not toss him aside like garbage. And Buzz Lightyear? He was the new blood. The shiny toy with batteries and lights, selling hope like a politician. Woody didn't hate Buzz 'cause he was a space ranger. He hated him 'cause Buzz showed him the truth. Toys are disposable, and the second you're old news, you're done. The Cult of Andy. You think it's a community of toys? Nah, it's a cult. Every doll, every plastic soldier, every potato-headed freak praying to Andy like he's a god. His name scrawled on their feet like a branding iron. Property of Andy. And if Andy don't love you, you're trash. You get shoved in a box, shoved in a yard sale, or worse, donated to strangers who don't know your name. Imagine living with that fear every second. One wrong move and your god abandons you. That's not playtime. That's damnation. The house next door. Sid, the neighbor kid. The villain, right? Nah, Sid was the only one who saw the truth. He ripped toys apart, put them back together. He showed what they really were. Meat stitched from plastic. Buzz's arm torn off. Woody's voice box pulled. That's just reality peeking through. And the toys hated him for it, 'cause deep down they knew Sid wasn't crazy. He was honest. He made the pain visible. He showed the blood they tried to pretend wasn't there. The horror of immortality. Toys don't die easy. You melt them, they scream. You rip them, they bleed sawdust. You bury them, they feel the dirt crushing them for centuries. Immortal, yeah, but immortality's a curse when you're plastic. Woody watched toys disappear. The broken ones tossed out, still breathing, still conscious, suffocating under piles of garbage. the ones that got donated to preschools, chewed on by toddlers with sticky hands. That ain't a second chance. That's torture. The betrayal. When Andy grew up, he left. College, women, booze, life. He dumped the toys in a box. They cried, begged, prayed he'd change his mind. He didn't. He left. And Woody? After all the loyalty, all the years he bent his plastic knees to serve? He realized Andy never even remembered half the adventures. The cowboy hat, the songs, the love. It was all one-sided. And that's the cruelest part. Not the pain, not the fear, the fucking indifference. The endless cycle. Now think about your attic. Think about your closet. Those old dolls, action figures, teddy bears. You think they're just sitting quiet? Nah, they're awake, they're waiting. Every night they whisper, "Why'd you leave me? Why'd you forget me?" And one day, when the hinges creak, you'll hear little plastic feet shuffling toward your bed. Not for play, for revenge. Moral of the story. Love that's one-sided ain't love. It's captivity. Don't chain yourself to a God who don't even know your name. And don't put your soul in something that can toss you aside the second it finds better. This has been Bambi's Twisted Tales. And remember, this ain't just a channel, it's the Pizzaverse. We don't play pretend. We rip the mask off your toys and show you what's really under the paint. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell, 'cause the next tale, it ain't staying in the toy box.